Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 10 of Belong. And we're going to do Flow in the Wave. I had a busy morning organizing things this morning and it was pouring rain. I washed my hair, but it was pouring rain. And it's been a really beautiful morning, but I've kind of a rough idea what we're going to do now. So I had an idea of one leg straight, one knee bent, and then side bending within that. So let's see what we do. So come lie on the floor, and the wave will go from the floor into medium, into tall, into down. Okay, so come. So have your object. So I have a ball, like we talked about the last few days, but if you don't have a ball, then just bring or something like a yoga block, a blanket, a box of tissues, doesn't really matter. Or if you don't have anything, then just bring your fingertips to touch, okay? Great. So lying on the floor, knees are bent, and just rock your knees from side to side. And just feel that. As you rock, where does the twisting travel to? So you can feel your legs moving. You can feel your pelvis moving. Can you feel your diaphragm, your rib cage? And can you feel how your shoulders are being ever so slightly dragged every time you drop your knees down in the opposite direction? And do you slide back again, or are you getting shorter? Very interesting question. Can you feel the back of your head is changing ever so slightly on the floor as you drop your knees from side to side? What happens in your arms? One arm gets a little bit heavier, or it's like I slide down into that arm a little bit more. It's like I glide into it with my weight. More so than any kind of pushing, it's like just I pour that direction and then pour this direction. Nice. Come back to center. Get your object or just bring your fingertips to touch, and then slowly lower your arms to whatever point feels comfortable over your head, and feel how your back is arching. And then bring your ball to your thighs and feel how your back is flattening. So just moving arms overhead, and then arms to your ball to your thighs, and feel how your spine is changing shape as you do this, and then exaggerate that movement. So as your arms go overhead, arch your back more, and as your ball comes to your thighs, flatten down more. So it's like we're trying to do the cat pose, but lying on the floor. It's a little bit like a pelvic tilt, but it's actually a mid-back tilt that we're creating. So notice how a pelvic tilt is much more lower, whereas this is really mid-back. Next time your arms go overhead, leave them there and feel that your back is arching as you do this. Now, drop your knees from side to side and notice what happens in your shoulders, in your belly. If for any reason it feels too strong on one of your arms, then just bend your elbows a little bit, okay? Or a lot. The more you bend your elbows, the less stress goes on your shoulders, okay? And just rock from side to side, noticing the sides of your armpits, the sides of your ribs as you rock. Nice, cool. Bring your arm straight up to center. And just pause there and try and roll your shoulders forward, or reach your ball towards the ceiling more and more, and flatten your lower back down. And then you're going to lift your head off the floor and reach even more. And then all the way down. Nice. And again, reach your ball. Feel you get to the end of the ball reaching, and then lift your head and see if you can reach it more and more up towards the ceiling. And then down. Nice. One more time. Start with reaching the ball. Your head stays on the floor, and you go to the maximum distance of your shoulders moving forward. And then you lift to lift your ball a little bit higher. Nice. All the way down. Bend your two knees and bend your two elbows. And then straighten both legs up towards the ceiling, straighten both arms up towards the ceiling. Bend both knees, bend both elbows, and squeeze yourself into the tightest ball you can. And then stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Bend your knees, squeeze, maybe you lift your head. Stretch your legs, stretch your arms, bend your knees, squeeze, and stretch your arms. Maybe when you stretch your arms the next time, you begin to lengthen them out at a 45-degree angle. Squeezing in tight, deeply. Maybe you continue to reach straight up towards the ceiling with your arms and legs. Squeezing in deeply. Reaching your arms and legs, whatever direction feels right for you. Squeeze. Lengthen. Nice. One more time. Squeeze. Lengthen. Nice. Bring your ball to your right knee, or just bring your hand to your knee if you've no object with you. And then lengthen the left leg long. Pause there. And you're pushing the right hand into the right ball, and the knee is pushing into the ball. And then just let your left leg travel in and travel out. Pausing deeply on the lengthening, and then bend your knee up and lengthen. Nice. You can include your arm, so bending your elbow, bending your leg, reach your arm, reach your leg. I have to say, when I do these really deep abdominal muscles connections, I feel very alive and powerful. But you have to go at the right pace. So if they're too strong, they become overwhelming. So edit accordingly. Don't lengthen your leg completely if it feels too strong. Don't reach your arm overhead if that feels too strong. Nice. One more time. Nice. Change. Left ball, left knee, holding it there. Just begin to lengthen the right leg long. Bend your knee. Right leg long. Bend your knee. Right leg long. Include your right elbow at the same time. Bend, lengthen. So the second side, there's a certain intensity because we've been doing this for a while. So maybe you have to adjust the distance for this side. One more time. I can hear you groaning. Drop your feet to the floor. Bring your arms wide and just come into gliders. So draw your right knee up towards your left shoulder. And then your left knee up towards your right shoulder. So what version of that did you do? How did you maintain your wellness in the midst of that? You know, how did you do and participate in what we're doing, but in your version of this? How cool. Nice. Come back to center. Push your feet down, roll up along your spine, reach your arms up towards the ceiling. You can have your ball or whatever it is straight up towards the ceiling. And then try and reach, like we did a moment ago, try and reach your ball even higher up towards the ceiling. And then squeeze your bum a little bit more. Push your feet down, connect into all of your toes. Find the breath in the deep of your belly. Nice. Lowering all the way down. Roll over onto your belly. And so 2 days ago, we were doing this thing where we just brought our hand behind our back. So if that felt challenging, so we'll start off with the first level. So bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. You're lying on your belly. Reach your right arm out to the side and then roll it so the thumb is face down and then the nails are face down and your hand is beside your right hip. And then maybe see what it's like to bring your hand to your lower back. And what is it like to move it around there? I was really amazed at the strength of my back. I'm like, wow, I've got such a strong back. Great. And then coming out, try the other side. So reach the left hand wide, thumb down, nails down, hand beside your hip. And then maybe lift your hand up. And again, this side, my head helps my arm. I can feel that more so than the other side. Interesting. So just scooch around, rub into your lower back. So I'm not expecting my arms to be the same. I'm really interested in what's different. Okay, so I'm not forcing my arms to be the same. I'm actively fascinated with, wow, that's so different. Wow, that's amazing. Whereas the other way is, I must do this. And that's not true. Be fascinated with the differences between your shoulders. So if that felt strong enough, stay there, or take your ball or whatever it is. There shouldn't be weight in this thing. It should be really light. It should be light. And then reach it behind you. And then reach the other hand and begin to travel it in a circle around you. So it goes behind me. Ooh, lost it. In front of me. And I'm passing it from one hand to the other, but listen to your shoulders. And as I go backwards, my head drops down. And as I go forwards, my head lifts up. Change direction. Listen, listen, listen to your shoulders. Nothing you should be doing should be in any way aggravating anything. But you're listening and you're really being attentive. Nice, cool, super. Push back into your cat pose and just roll your shoulders deeply. And then roll in the other direction. Cool. Push back into your downward dog. Have a bit of a wiggle. Bend your knees. Straighten your legs. Really slow your breath down. So deepen into your breath. Using the physiological sigh. So maybe take a breath and then another breath. And a really long sigh. And one more time, take a breath. Inhale and then inhale again. And then a really long sigh. Nice, bring both knees to the floor. So step your left foot forward. And then lift your right knee and turn yourself so that your toes are pointing towards the right side of your mat. Okay? And then bend your right knee. And just feel the knee. And so work out. Do your toes work better pointing forward? Or do your toes work better pointing slightly wide? So mine work better slightly wide, not completely straight. And when I do that, I'm like, oh, I feel like I can really lean into my leg a little bit more. Straighten your leg and bend your knee again. So begin to feel into the left baby toe side of your foot and anchor that down so that you feel it, and then you move everything away from that anchor. So there's a sense of gathering into that place and then moving away from it. One more time. Nice. Bring your right elbow to your right knee and then sweep your left hand along the floor over towards the right and then bring it long beside your ear. So I want to turn my foot again. So I'm now going to turn my right foot so it's pointing a little bit more forward again. But I'm listening. So listen to your knee and go, oh yeah, I'm going to turn my foot. Pause there. Anchor into the baby toe side of your foot. Push down into the right heel. Breathe into your belly. Nice. Slowly lowering down, both hands to the floor. Come to the other side. So I'm going to turn the left foot slightly left and then bend the left knee and then straighten it. Bend the left knee. Straighten it. So you might be bending your knee with your forearm on your knee, with your hand on your thigh. You might be doing it upright because that's where you can manage the sensations in your knee, manage the lengthening of your knee. Might be where your hands are on the floor. See. Nice. Anchoring down into the baby toe side of the right foot. Straighten your leg and draw away from that right foot. Nice, great. So turn your right foot, is that right? No, your left foot a little bit more towards the left. Bring your left elbow to your left knee. Right arm is hanging and then reaching long beside your ear. Come into a side angle. So my foot is in the right direction for my knee, this left foot. So find what that direction is for you. Go, oh, look, as soon as I move it a little bit more, I go, oh, that's just really nice. So find out what that is for you. There's no one way that we all move, that we all connect, that we all, like, our mechanics are all different. Nice. So then we're going to sweep into a little, what's the thing called? Water whooshing. Right hand to your right thigh. Glide your left hand along the floor and point straight out from your face. And just begin to travel from side to side. Don't do this long, but just feel that. Traveling one way, traveling the other way. One way, and then the other way. Cool. Come all the way up to stand. And then bring both feet forward beside each other. Grab hold of your ball or whatever it is that you have. And then reach it straight forward in front of you. So we were doing this on the floor earlier. So reach your ball as far away from you as you can. And then draw your shoulders backwards. We're just doing a shoulder shrug standing. Draw your shoulders back. Draw your shoulders forward. Draw your shoulders back. Draw your shoulders forward. And then draw a circle with your shoulders. This is called rolling the ball. And so my arms are straight and I'm rolling a deep circle and circle in the other direction. And see how your spine, your shoulders and spine roll and move together. Nice. Reach your arms overhead. Keep your 2 feet on the floor. Lean over towards the right side. Come back to center. Lean over towards the left side. And come back to center. Bend your elbows. Pause. Nice. Reaching your arms up. Down towards the right. Center. And down towards the left. Center. Bend your elbows. Nice. Cool. So sit down on the floor. Come all the way down. Bring both feet wide. So earlier we were doing that thing, one leg bent, one leg straight. So bend your right knee. And we're in a similar kind of position right now. So my right knee is bent, my left leg is long. I'm going to bring my left hand to the floor and dive with my right hand down in the direction of the baby toe. And then pull my elbow back into wing. Dive. Drop your head down. Wing. Dive. Pause there. So holding on wherever you like. Maybe your hand is near your thigh, your knee, your ankle, your foot. Your left hand is the scaffolding. And find a place, rather than putting up with discomfort in your knee, find a place where your right leg is comfortable. There's a place where this foot is comfortable. So move it out more. Find the place and then settle in. Sinking into it, breathing into it. Nice, coming all the way up. Hold on to the right knee with your left hand. So turn your chest towards the right. Reach your right arm up towards the ceiling and then over towards the left foot. And I'm using the right knee as an anchor. So it's like my left hand is going right and my right hand is going left. And I'm looking kind of anywhere that my neck feels comfortable. Bend your elbow, bring your elbow down in the direction of the floor and begin to travel. So side bending towards that left foot, bend your elbow, side bending towards the left foot, bend your elbow. One last time. Side bending towards the left foot and coming back to center. Stretch your right leg long, bend your left knee. Bring your right hand to the floor, dive towards the right foot. Pull your elbow back into wing, dive towards the right foot. Come back into wing and then diving forward, pause. So again, listen to that left knee and find the place. Where does it feel like, oh, there? So your hip and your lower back are going to have a sense of being challenged, but I don't want your knee to be challenged. So find the place where your knee feels really at ease and then settle in. Breathing into that length that we're creating in the left side. How does this feel in your body right now? Oh, what are the sensations? How are you doing in this moment as you rest here? Nice. Come all the way back up. Hold on to the left knee with the right hand. Dive over towards the right foot. Pause. Feel the anchor. So my knee is moving away from me and I'm anchoring the position with this push-pull. Bend your elbow. Bring it down towards the floor. Side bending. Down towards the floor. Interesting. When I do this, I'm feeling a place that hasn't moved in a while, actually. Oh, so interesting. I hadn't noticed that before. Nice. So I don't expect, like I said, I don't expect things to be the same day to day. I don't expect sides to be the same to each other. And I don't expect me to be the same as you. So listen to what's actually happening rather than what we hope is happening or what we want to happen. So come all the way down, lie on your back. And just feel all of that right now. Can you be present to the multi-dimensional, polyrhythmic awesomeness of you? So many different layers, connections, sensations. Just rest for a moment in the awe of being you. Nice. So what do you need to rest right now? Do you want to draw your knees up onto your chest? Do you want to squeeze your knees and rock or stretch your legs out long? What would feel like a really nice way to just pause and settle, and really just be with the sensations? I had really amazing sensations in the backs of my ribs there. Like I had opened into a new space. It's very nice. Very awesome. So yeah, be surprised and excited about the new things you learn. Things that don't move, and you're like, wow, that's so interesting. Rather than, oh, I must make this move. Yeah, be kind, be interested, be fascinated. Enjoy the adventure. I'll see you all tomorrow. Another awesome day of belong. And yeah, inhabit the awesomeness and the newness of this moment. See you then.